Recording this with my tablet because my phone is currently running the WiPi setup here. I think this video might not turn out because that's probably the angle I'm at, maybe. Okay, well, I'm running WiPi connected over here to my Naomi, and now instead of using the compact flash, you can see I unplugged the compact flash. It was getting power from the Naomi 5-volt and ground through there. And then I went to the SCSI cable that plugged into the NetDIMM. Now all that's connected is a network cable that plugs into the Raspberry Pi 3B plus a video shield, which I will probably be removing. Currently powered by a Radio Shack power adapter that lets you put different tips on. One of the tips is micro USB. It's actually pretty cool. Lets you select between 3 volts, 5, 6, 7.5, 9, and 12. So I've got it set for 5 volts, and I've got the tip, a micro USB, to power the Pi. It will be powered either by the PC power supply or by that same plug that's on the Naomi. Probably I'll do PC power supply. I'll make a micro USB to Molex connector. And then I won't need the screen because I'll be using this. This is the WiPi setup. It says currently has every game for Atomic Wave, Chihiro, Naomi, Naomi 2, and Triforce. So if I just do Sega Naomi, these are all the games that I can load to the Naomi. Some of these I have not even tried because I don't even know if they were available when I first got my setup and did compact flash. So right now it's running Zero Gunner 2, which it transferred over via this. See if I go back to the games list, and there's alphabetic, and if I type Z, Zero Gunner 2, well, it's already running Zero Gunner 2. I want something else. How about Virtua Tennis 2? Click that. Has a little video of the game. Tells you some information, lets you add it to favorites, and launch game. It's now sending the game to the Naomi. And again, apologies if this camera is worse than the other one I was using. The other one was my phone. This is a tablet. So according to this, 52%. He's got an updated version where that progress bar is accurate. Right now, the version I'm running, that is not a totally accurate status bar, which I really don't care about. But when running loading games on the compact flash, it loads the game, and then when it's done, it checks the memory, which is an extra delay. Running them this way and transferring them over, it bypasses that memory check, so it's a faster load. And there we go. So yeah, game loaded. So this video is, I guess, the second one in this series. The first one was me just double checking that all my Naomi hardware worked. This one, I changed the NetDIMM from GD-ROM to NetDIMM loading. So there's 3 jumpers inside. If you look online, you'll find the information you need with pictures. But I had it set to load from GD-ROM, which is what you use if you do compact flash, because the compact flash is basically kind of emulating the GD-ROM. So you have to change that to boot NetBoot. So now instead of the SCSI cable and the compact flash, it's accepting data through the network cable. So that's cool. So that means that I'm not using that compact flash anymore, and I'm not drawing power from the Naomi for it anymore. Again, I don't need the screen, the LCD on this setup, because I can use my phone, which is much better, because if you want to play a game that's in the middle of the list on this, the list is, you have to scroll, halfway through the stupid list to get there. It might do multiples at a time if you hit the right and left buttons. I'm actually not sure, because all I've done is scrolled up and down a bit on that pad and then realized that's ridiculous. I'm not going to do that. Yeah, so there's some other videos on the WiPi setup, but so I got that going. So, and also I went out in the garage, and here is the speaker that I'll probably be using. Again, I got this after Tron Legacy had been out for a while, and these were on sale at really good prices. They've got a nice bass unit in the back, or bottom. The back has a line input, volume buttons, phone attachment. If I wanted, I could put my, probably, if it still works, my old iPhone 4 in there. And then there's a little microphone in here, and through the phone app, the outer and inner rings will flash to the music or audio, whatever it picks up. I don't want that, so I'm not going to bother hooking my phone up. There is volume up and down is pretty much all you can do if you don't hook your phone up. There's next track, previous track. I think there's an equalizer app built in to the app that's made for this. And this does seems bass heavy to me. So I could put my phone in there. I don't know. I haven't decided. It's got 4 speakers in this outer section, and then that bass unit in the bottom. So because my wife uses the other one, even though the other one's a cleaner solution, this thing is really deep. In fact, now that I look at it, hopefully it'll fit behind that monitor. Yeah, that might be an issue. I didn't try it yet because there's not that much room back there. Now I've got the Naomi there. And I discovered that if I just bump the HDMI cable that I'm using, it's like one of my only spares. I might have one other one somewhere. The HDMI cable's a bit thick, so it barely makes contact. So if I go in there and bump the HDMI cable, I lose my picture. So I was freaking out thinking I broke something for a while here while I've been working on it. And it just turned out that the cable had come a little bit loose. So yeah, there you go. I am calling this a successful update number 2, as I've now got the compact flash kit separated, the WiPi Raspberry Pi working, and I found my spare speaker that hopefully will fit back there and I can use. So still to do, replace this with a computer power supply. Boy, yeah, I don't know. Get another wooden board, or just leave that one on there in case I want to go back to compact flash. I don't know about that. And wire up controls over there. Figure out what I know I have start buttons coming off of that connector in the back. I know I've got start buttons because the gun games that I was using this on last required player 1 and player 2 start buttons. But I'm not sure if I did a whole... I don't think I did a whole JAMA setup with up, down, right, left, 1, 2, 3 buttons. So that's something I'll have to look into. I'm still using this expensive HDMI or VGA to HDMI converter. I do have a cheaper one that didn't work on the TV that I had my gun game on, and this one did. But I think I've used that cheaper converter and it actually did work on a different monitor, so I might not have to use the expensive converter and use the cheaper one. Again, I don't know of a way that I can check lag to see if one has lag more or less than the other one until I get some controls in play. I guess if I play and things are working okay, then I won't worry about it. I'll just, if I don't notice the lag, then I guess it'll be okay enough for me. But yeah, we'll call this video part 2. Switch over from compact flash to Netboot controlled by Wi-Fi hotspot from the Raspberry Pi, which runs on 5 volts, so it can be powered, like I said, just like the compact flash if I want to do it that way, or when I get a PC power supply to replace the large Naomi box Sun power supply. I might just wire up a 5 volt and ground from a Molex connector on the power supply I use to a micro USB. Just take a micro USB cable, cut the end off, and solder the 5 volt and ground. Actually, I think I have some micro USB connectors if I want to go the route of actually just taking a USB or a Molex, some wires, and just soldering it onto a micro USB connector and make one from scratch. It all depends. That can be fiddly soldering as opposed to cutting a cable and dealing with the wires in the existing cable. So yeah, part 2. I'm not sure when another part will come out because this is about all I think I have the time and patience for. I think over the weekend I'm supposed to get my adapter I ordered so I can use a PC power supply, and I don't have a PC power supply free at the moment, so I'll have to have a friend who has some extras. I might be able to get one from him to use. And then maybe I'll try that other VGA to HDMI adapter just to see. And then, yeah, the more difficult part will be working on controls. What the heck am I going to do for controls? So that's it for now.